It hurts to be 16.
Dear Diary, oh my God. Dear Diary, today, right now, I just found out I had my first period. I was in year 7. The whole day I was like, God, I'm really like, it feels very sweaty down there, like sweatier than usual. Went to the toilet and it's pure blood red. I know where Mom's pads are, but I don't know how to put them on. Please pick up, Mom. And my sister like comes bursting in and then she looks at me, she's like, oh my God. I told my sister and she's crying, what if you die? And I said, you can't, right? Like, how are you gonna die? And I was like, I'm not gonna die. Do you wanna call Dad? I'm like, don't call Dad. That's the last person you call. So my style as a teenager, I had like long curly hair, really loved color. Oh, I really loved dressing up. I think that was a really big part of self-expression for me. I don't believe less is more. I think more is more. In fact, I looked pretty hot. I really loved anything creative. It was like a superpower or something, yeah. And sort of like my theme or the thing I kept going back to was like vaginas. There was people that would like looked at my art and like, oh, that's a bit racy, but it's like, well, it really isn't. We had this end of year presentation. One of the dads came in. He kind of was just like looking through my book and he was like, this girl really fucking loves vaginas. My piece.
This is gonna be cringe. I was so weird as a teenager. Hairy and I was quite opinionated. Yeah, in terms of clothes, like I've pretty much always just worn black baggy t-shirts. My hair was definitely longer. Had a septum piercing stage where I thought I looked really hardcore. Mum bought me one of those really sick underwater cameras. Yeah, dicking around, just taking like the worst photos with that. I think a lot of what I shoot comes unconsciously from seeing the mistreatment of women. Something that took me a long time to realise, but something that young me would have been horrified of it, but I'm quite proud of it now. Yeah, I wouldn't change what I shoot for anything. I would have started writing, I reckon it would have been year 10 English, and I just remember really enjoying it. Sometimes there is no explanation for our feelings. Too many of my days are like this, so I wish I was in control of mine, instead of people and their impacts controlling them for me. And getting to express with words kind of what bits of my childhood had been like, and being able to kind of let that out. As I brought only hate, I ran from it all, and I left it open for those frightened blue eyes, bear witness to all. Yeah, so being the eldest is like being the third parent. Comes with a lot of weight. So yeah, I've got 2 younger sisters that I grew up with. So I managed to keep them from a lot, I think. And I would rather only one of us have to wear the burden of what growing up was like as opposed to all of them. I broke my promise. You're not safe. We need a new life. One far, far away.
Since I was a baby, essentially, church was a big part of my life. Reasons: I am a Christian. He made us. He loves us. It was a big routine. I sort of grew up in the church and I always had underlying questions of, is this right? Like, But because I was so young, I sort of took faith as just a given. And then when I was 14, when my parents separated, that sort of was the turning point for me to be like, I'm going to turn away from this because it is a lie. Like, it felt like a little bit of a lie. This was like my Bible. This was Sunday. I'd pray about my family, my school, friends, husband. Friday, I'd pray for family, school, friends, church, Christians who are not yet Christians. Wednesday, I would pray for family, school, friends, world, Japan, and puppy. I think because I wanted a puppy, I tried to pray every day. Oh God, I hated the way I dressed as a teenager. When I was growing up, I'd have a bob with a fringe, and I grew that out. And then in Japan, the side swept bangs. 14, I ditched the fringe. Year 11, I decided to cut my own bangs. My love life just consisted of a lot of crushes, and we did the classic, like, have code names. Today, I'm going to talk about my constantly growing list of bays. There was carrot, apple, corn. I didn't want to eat them. I made a big pot. I drew a picture of him. His black but brown hair. Why is nose so perfect? I wrote, why is nose so perfect? Look at his nose.
I look back to why I wanted to have a diary, or why I kept having a diary, and so many is I wanted to hold on to memories that I was scared that were going to escape me because they brought me so much joy.
I never regret anything. I think that's like a life motto that I've always held, is just everything happens for a reason.
I was very hard on myself. I never felt like I was doing enough or I was good enough. But, now all things considered, like, I actually, I did do really well. It would have been nice to have had some perspective, but hindsight's a bitch.
There's not much I would tell my younger self. I think she kind of did pretty well for herself, which is kind of good.
I admire a lot about myself as a teenager, more than I do now, I'd say. I didn't worry about how I would be perceived if I tried something new. I just went and did it.
Yeah, diaries had a really important place for me. And I would sign off with this saying in one of my diaries, which was like, be fresh, be cool, be you.